Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Izzy and I'm a yoga teacher from Newquay, Cornwall. I specify in Vinyasa and Yin Yoga, and today I'm going to be taking you through a flexibility practice to get deeper into the hip space. This is a part of the body where a lot of people struggle with. Some people are naturally open here and others are not so. So for today's practice, you will just need 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, then you can grab books or anything that resembles those. Grab your yoga mat, grab some water, and I will meet you back here. To start today's practice, we are going to be seated comfortably with the legs crossed. So if you would like to slot anything underneath you here to get comfortable, then you can grab a blanket or a cushion, whatever helps ease you into this shape. And then we're just going to take a couple of moments just to settle in, just closing down the eyes and allowing yourself to indulge in the flow of the breath. Breathing deeply in through the nose. Exhaling fully out through the mouth. Just enjoying this moment as you land on the yoga mat, as you arrive today. Take one final breath in and one final breath out. Taking the hands to come back behind you now, just close off the legs. Planting the soles of the feet down, we slowly start to rock the knees from left to right. Allowing one knee to fall in, the other to open out, we shift from side to side here to ease into the hips. And with this, you can either take the hands behind you for support, or for a little bit more, we can bring the arms to come above the head, really working with the mobility of the legs as you shift from left to right. Now there's a tendency to wiggle forwards here, so if you start to, not to worry, just take one more either side, and then shimmy yourself back onto your yoga mat if you've wiggled your way off. We keep the left shin planted down, the left side of the foot, the left leg, and we catch a hold of the right one. Taking a hold of the foot, taking a hold of the knee, you can gently rock the leg from left to right, or you can wrap the arms around the leg, cradling it as if it is a little baby. And then with this right leg, we're going to place it on top of the left one. Placing the right foot on top of your left knee, allow the legs to relax down as we come into square pose or fire log pose. To start the practice, we are here. It's intense, so the breath is going to help you. Close down the eyes. If it feels good to pause seated up, then pause as you are. As we exhale, if you want a little more, reach the arms to come out in front of you, bend into the elbows and bow your way down into this fold. Flexing through the feet to protect the ankle and the knee joints here. Energizing through the toes. 2 more breaths. After your second exhalation, slowly start to walk your way up. Uncross the legs, you can use the use of the hands here to step them out nice and wide. Once again, palms come behind you, ease out the hips. Sway them from left to right. If you wish, you can then take the arms to come above the head. Once again, working with the mobility. Rolling forwards. One more over to the right. One more over to the left. Shimmy on back if you've come away from the yoga mat. Keeping your right leg planted down, we take a hold of your left foot, your left knee, or wrap the arms around the leg, cradling it like a little baby. Hugging the ankle towards the chest, chest towards the ankle, lift up nice and tall. When you feel ready, you can start to place the foot on top of the knee. Allow the legs to relax down. Once again, either pausing here or if you wish for more sensation with an exhalation, creep the hands out in front of you, bend into the elbows and bow the head down. Just 2 more cycles of breath. Then slowly start to roll your way up after that second exhalation, closing off the legs, placing the soles of the feet down. Rock the legs from left to right. And breathe. Beautiful. Okay, from here we're going to transition onto the hands and the knees, making your way into a tabletop position. Starting to really work into this active flexibility now, so tapping into the inner parts of the thighs. We start with what you would know as fire hydrants, but I really want you to pay attention to keeping the hips as level as possible, just allowing the hip rotation to come from the hip, not from the other one as we lift all the way up. It might just be the tiniest little movement out to the side as you lift, but we want to make sure that everything is nice and strong. So all of that all of that mobility, all of that movement is just coming from that one hip joint as we open the leg out to the side. So often we want to compensate, which actually this isn't going to be as good as taking the leg out to the side, and you'll really feel the difference. So to set yourself up, bring the wrists underneath the shoulders, spread the fingertips out nice and wide, get a good grip into the hands as we drop here. Engage through the core, so we're flattening out the spine as much as possible. Drop your left knee down and allow the right one to hover. Find a point out in front of you to focus on. We take 5 out to the side, so use a strong inhale to lift the leg. Exhale to squeeze and close off. Lifting up for 4. For 3. 2. And 1. Close the leg off. If you need to take a little breather, take a breather. If you need to stretch out the wrists, stretch out the wrists. We work into our next exercise. This one, similar to before, lifting the knee, but we extend the leg to come out to the side. Rebend into the knee and then close off the hip. Now with this movement, it can be a lot to try and keep the spine nice and straight, keep the hips level. Do your best here. So we're going to take 4 in total. Out for 1. And close. For 2. And close. You'll feel the burn. You might even feel it into the glute as well. Final 1. Out for 4. And close. Beautiful. Just sink the hips back to the heels for a moment. Come to a child's pose. Stretch out the wrists if need be. Wiggle out through the hips. Hopefully you can feel this warmth building into the right hand side of the leg. And this is where we're going to start to build on this flexibility. Now just working into our final exercise. Return up onto the hands and the knees. We extend your right leg to come out to the side, toes in line with the knee. Pressing evenly between the palms, lifting and lowering the leg. With a strong inhale, pull the toes away from the mat. Exhale to tap. Lifting for 4. 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Bending into the knee, slide it back in. If you need to give the glute a little bit of a shimmy out, a little bit of a squidge or a bang out, then please feel free to take that. Well done. So obviously the more that we do this, the more we're going to get flexible, the more that this is going to benefit us. So with this just one practice today, you can repeat the video. And take this, I would recommend around 3 times to make it a full practice, but just 1 time is better than nothing. So just take what you guys can do. Now we're going to take all of that over to the left-hand side now. So come up onto the hands and the knees with your next inhalation. Adjusting yourself, wrists underneath the shoulders, engage through the core. Hovering your left knee away from the mat. Open the leg out to the side for 5. Controlled close for 4. 3, 2, and 1. If you wish for a break, take a break, but we're going to move into the next exercise, lifting the knee out to the side. Extend the leg, rebend into the knee, and close. 3 more. Lift for 3. Breathe with it. For 2. And for 1. Beautiful. Take a rest if you need. Shimmy out the wrists, shimmy out the hips. Coming into our final exercise on the left-hand side when you're ready. Extending the leg out to the side, toes in line with that right knee. Press evenly into the palms. Lift and hover. We tap. Lift, tap. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slide the knee back in. Child's pose. Now these movements are so small, but they are oh so mighty. It takes a lot out of you, but know that I feel it as well. And that's the whole part of the practice, is to really activate through those muscles. We're engaging through the glutes to protect the inner parts of the thighs. So it's like the back end of the muscle to protect the inside muscle that we are going to be stretching, so the inner part of the thigh. And just take 2 more cycles. Then when you're ready, we return up onto the hands and the knees. From here, just tuck the toes under, pick the knees up off of your mat, coming into a lazy downward facing dog. And start to find the soles of the feet down onto the mat. So take a little bend into the knees. Walk the hands backwards, making your way into a forward fold. Lovely. So this is just part 1. There's so many exercises, but we're going to move into the next one now, which is standing up. Usually I'll do a couple more in a full stretching routine, but for today, we're just going to shorten it. So I might do a part 2, so stay tuned for that one. Okay, so coming into a nice wide stance, stepping the feet out wide, turn the toes out, heels draw in. We floss out the hips from left to right. Now this is a great opportunity to add in your blocks if you feel fairly tight within this part of the body. Taking those just underneath the wrists, underneath the palms. We take a nice deep bend into your right knee, sink all the way down into your surfer's lunge. Now allow the left toes to point upwards towards the ceiling. We're opening out that right knee, sinking as low as you can. Then with an inhalation, lift up and over. Exhale, take it over to the opposite side. Really nice. Lifting up, shift to the right. Take the blocks out of the way if it feels better. Hands can come away from the mat. Lift up and over. And just continue to shift from left to right. The lower that we are when we shift from left to right, so the lower that we are when we come past here, the more sensation we're going to feel in the inner parts of the thighs. And we're really squeezing through those glutes to open out the knees as we shift from left to right. It's kind of like a little spider. And sinking your way down. Take a couple more from left to right. Beautiful. And then once you're feeling ready, we'll return back to come onto or into that wide-legged fold. And you can take the blocks underneath the palms if you wish, or you can take them out to the side, whatever feels best. Now we're going to start to work our way into that middle split position. So if you feel like you would like to redo that whole video again, so please feel free to go and do that. However, if you want to come into this next position, my camera is so wonky. Look at it, my goodness, sorry guys. Oh, for God's sake. Honestly, this camera, this tripod rather, is pissing me off at the moment. Okay, I can't even tell if it's sliding out or not. Is that better? Okay, I think this is better. Oh shit. Okay, that's way better. Apologies for that, guys. So we're gonna work our way into your middle split position. So sliding your way down from here. If you wish to restart the video one more time and go over and just really give the hips a good little stretch out, please feel free to take that. However, if you are ready to venture into the middle splits, then come into this wide-legged position. You can grab any props that you need to underneath that you may feel as though you need as we slide our way down into this shape. So, from this wide position, slowly start to heel to the feet to come out as wide as feels good. And I want you to come down to the lowest position that you feel as though you can come to. And if it's dropping down onto the forearms, amazing. If it's staying on the palms, take whatever you need. Now what we're gonna do is slide down to a position that feels best to you and take 3 cycles of breath. Once you've sunk your way down, breathe in, breathe it out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now take your final one. Then slowly start to come up to your position. Heel to the feet. Oh, no graceful way to come out, unfortunately. Heel to the feet to come back together. All the way to touch, coming into a forward fold. Ah, well done. Give the legs a little shimmy and a shake. Really nice, guys. Now, if you want to take that a couple more times, please feel free. You can rewind the video back to take that middle split once more. Now, know that this is all part of a journey, and this will all come to you with more practice, with more opening of the joints. It's taken me a long time to get to where I am. Don't look at me and think, oh my goodness. Honestly, it's taking me so long, but it's since I've been doing these active flexibility drills that's really pushed my practice to the next level. So I hope that you found this video oh my God, what's the word? I hope that you found this video helpful, and I promise you with practice, if you do this once a week at least, you'll be in the middle splits in no time. Don't forget to take those before and after pictures because you will shock yourselves, I promise. Thank you so much for joining me. If you wish for a part 2 of this video, please comment down below and I will most certainly deliver that. Give this video a like and subscribe as it really supports my channel. I thank you so much for joining me. From my heart to yours, namaste.